Okay, good day. So today we are looking at area, sine and cosine rule. Okay, so these rules you must understand them because you'll be applying these in Euclidean mostly, and also trigonometry. The question that comes that you need to apply the cosine rule to find the sides or find the angles. And also you must also remember that you apply this in a Euclidean, please. Ne? You must always remember that. Now, let's start and see. So there are two ways to find area. So you can use the normal, like should I say, the one that we are all used to, which is half base times height. From primary, it's just area of a triangle. It's a half base times height. So the base being, this one is a right angle triangle. This one is an acute angle. This one is obtuse angle because they've got the biggest angle is above 90. So this one, you've got obtuse. So this one is acute. And this one is the right, what you call right angled. No, now when you say right angled, it just have a 90 degrees there. Now, so if you're given a triangle like this, it doesn't mean that this is your height. It has to be perpendicular height. Perpendicular meaning perpendicular to the base. Because you see here, the height here is A and it's actually perpendicular to the base. It makes 90 degrees with it. The same applies here. We need to apply this line here. And that will be our height. And here, this will be our height. But the triangle is here without that height. So you must make sure that you have that height before you calculate what you call the area. Okay. Now, now let's see here. Another way of finding area is a half AB sine C. So in this case here, we are given, we want to find the area here. How we're going to find area here is going to be half. Now this side here is just going to be half BC sine A. And what is our BC? It's just half times 12 times 14, okay, sine 65, just like that. Now, when we punch here, I normally want to put the underline here. Now, if we are to have that, what do we have? 12 times 14 sine 65, okay, over 2, we get 72.13 square centimeters. So always remember, even if it's just units, you just have to write units squared. Normally, the value there won't be having centimeters or meters. You'll be just given numbers. So you must put your answer as unit squared. Like in this case, if this was not there, I was gonna say 72.13 units squared. Okay, that's what you must always do. Now, for the next one here, we know that it's just gonna be half A C, the small side C, sine B. And here it's gonna be half of 6 times 8 sine 110. So this is what we have here. And we have what? We have got 6 times 8 times sine 110 over 2. What do we get? We get 22.55 square centimeters. Now, so this is for the area. This is for the area, guys. You just need to understand this part here. And remember, where do we use it? Euclidean. And I think when we are doing Euclidean, I will also emphasize it. Okay. Now, here, let's move on to what we call the theorem of Pythagoras. Pythagoras theorem. We all know this. And here, what do we know? We know that C squared is equals to the one opposite, the longest side, the hypotenuse. These are hypotenuse. And these are other sides that what we call smaller than the hypotenuse. So this is the largest side here, opposite to the 90 degrees, is equals to A squared plus B squared. And A squared is equals to C squared minus B squared, and B squared is going to be equal to C squared minus a squared. Now that's what you have to know because it's a bigger side. But also, what do we know also about the sine? Sine, we know when you sine theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. So it's going to be opposite, sorry, not opposite over hypotenuse, sorry, opposite over hypotenuse, which in this case is C over B. Then cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is going to be adjacent to the angle. Adjacent to the angle, here C is opposite to the angle. So if we have another angle here, this one will be adjacent side and this one will be opposite side. Always remember that. Then here is going to be A over B. Then for tan is opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent, which is going to be C over A. C over A. Now, let's see where are we applying this? Where do you apply this knowledge? Let's see here. We want to find the marked side here, the E. Now, E, how do we get E? It's a right angle triangle that we have here, and this only applies to right angle triangles only. Now, how do we get E here? This what called this E? We see that in this triangle, we are given the angle and the opposite side and the adjacent side. So we are looking for opposite side. So we're going to use tan because what's available to us is adjacent and angle. And the opposite side is the one that we want. So we're going to use tan theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. Now, opposite over adjacent, what is opposite over adjacent? You're just going to say tan 45 is equal to opposite, it's E over 6. And tan 45 is 1, if I'm not mistaken. Tan 45 is 1. Then it means that 1 is equals to E over 6. And you cross multiply, E is going to be equals to 6. Then let's come here and see what are we given on this one. We are given the hypotenuse and the opposite side. So which one uses which one uses opposite and the hypotenuse is our sine. So what do we know? We know that sine 42 is equals to 5 over f. That's what we know because it's opposite over hypotenuse. We're given the opposite and the hypotenuse. We want the hypotenuse. So we cross multiply. F sine 42 is going to be equals to 5. Then F is going to be equals to 5 over sine 42. And what is 5 divided by sine 42? What do we get? We get 7,47 units. So that's what we have there. Then the other one here that we have here, we're given we want the hypotenuse, we're given the adjacent. What is adjacent? We know it's cos. So we're gonna see cos 20 is equal to 7 over G. And your G cos 20 is gonna be equals to 7, and G is gonna be equals to 7 over cos 20. We are dividing both sides. So 7 divided by cos, where is cos? Cos 20, we get 7,45. 7,45. So you remember to round off to 2 decimal if not specified otherwise. Now here, which one? How would we get this H? H, we know that this is a right angle, and we are given the bigger side, and we are looking for the smaller side. So we know that H squared is going to be equals to 40 squared minus 18 squared. Then H is going to be equals to root of what we get there. So if we say 40 squared minus 18 squared, what do we get? We get 1,276. That's what we get. And the root of that answer, what do we get? We get 2 root 319. And also remember guys, that your answer, you must, if they say inside the form, this is where you leave it. You leave it here like this. But if they say 2 decimal places, you must leave it as what called as a decimal like this. Now let's see what's next here. Sine rule. Now, when you're looking at sine rule, we normally use it when you are given, you want to find the sine or you want to find the angle. So you are given a pair of these things. That's what you are given here. So we know that sine A over A is going to sine B over B equals to sine C over C. If you want to find sine A over sine A, so you're just doing the reverse. So you're just putting the other one on top. If you're looking for the side, you put it on top. It's going to be easy to calculate in that way. Now let's see here what we are given here. We are asked to find x, and x is assigned. So what do we know about this? We know that x over sine 40 is equals to 12 over sine 60. And our x is going to be equals to 12 sine 40 divided by sine 60. That's how it is. That's how we get to the answer there. So it's 12, just 12 sine 40 over sine 60. What do we get? Oh, we didn't close the brackets there. We didn't close the brackets. We must get 8,91. That's our x. This is how we get our x. Let's check here again to find another x again here. Our x here is going to be equals to x over sine 22 is going to be equals to 20 over sine 125. Then x is going to be equals to 20 sine 22 over sine 125. Remember, you just look for the signs. If whatever you are given there, you just check, am I looking for the side? Is the angle given? And then you will be fine. Now sine 22, we close the bracket. Then sine 125, we also close the bracket. Then what do we get here? We get 9,15. So this is our sine rule. Now let's check here if we want to find the angle now. In this case, you see that, oh, I want to find the angle, but I'm given a pay, another pay is there. So what do? You're gonna say sine x over 38 is equals to sine 30 over 20. That's what you do there. Then when you do that, sine x is equals to 38 sine 30 divided by 20. So what do we do here? We punch it, 38 sine 30, close it, divided by 20. What do we get? We get 0,95. So sine x is going to be equal to 0,95. And how do we get our x? Our x is going to be equal to arc sine of that, arc sine of 0,95. That's what you do. Then we are going to say shift sine, okay? Because we're dividing by sine both sides. Remember, 1 over a is equals to a over 1. 1 over a is equals to a to the power -1. I think you know this. When you divide by sine throughout, we're going to be left with this. So here is going to be equals to 0.95. What do we get there? We get 71,81 degrees, like that. That's how we do it. Then let's see here what we're going to do. We're going to say sine x over 11 is equal to sine 40 over 8. And I'll leave this one for you to calculate, okay? Now let's move on to the last slide of cosine. Now cosine, you can use it to find the side, you can use it to find the angle. Now let's see here how you do it when we are looking for the side. Now when you're looking for the side, it's a squared is equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. So you just check which side are you given, which sides are you given, and the angle that you're given. Normally, the angle will be there and there will be a missing side, which means that there is no pair here. There is a missing side here, but there is no other angle again. There's only one angle and the adjacent sides. So you're given angle and adjacent sides. That's what you're having here. Angle and adjacent side given. So this is what you'll be given here to find it, to use cosine rule. You're given what you call angle and adjacent sides. Now, here, how do we do it? We know that we are looking for x, and we know that x squared is going to be equal to 16 squared plus 18 squared minus 2 times 16 times 18 cos 65. That's how we get it. That's how we get it, like that. So we're going to say 16 squared minus, plus 18 squared minus 2 bracket 16 bracket 18 cos 65. Then what do we get there? We get 336,57188. Remember here, this is not our final answer. So remember, just write 4 digits or 5 digits after the comma. This is not our final answer. X will be equals to root of that. Root of 336,57188. Now we say root answer. What do we get? We get 18,35. 18,35. That will be our answer there. Now let's check again this one. This one will be x squared is going to be equals to 9 squared plus 7 squared minus 297 cos 85. And I would like you guys to punch this in your calculator. Now when you're looking for angle now, we are just making our course subject as a formula here. So I would prefer you to use a formula like this one here to find cos when you're looking for the side, for the angle. Like in this case here, you are given all sides, That's the condition for cosine. For you are given all sides and you want to find the angle. So you can find whichever angle that you want. So now in this case, with respect to x, we are going to subtract 12. So we're going to say to find x. So we're going to say cos x is going to be equals to 8 squared plus 9 squared is equal to what? Or should I write the formula first? No, but the formula is here. Please, you can write the formula first to remember it. In your formula sheet, in your equation paper, you will be having this. So this one is for you to remember, and it's quite easy to find the angle there. It's minus what? Minus 12 squared over 298, like that. So that's what we do there. Now cos x will be equals to, let's see, 8 squared plus 9 squared minus 12 squared over 2 times 9 times 8. We get 1 comma. So this is it's a very small answer here. 1 over 144. Okay. So x is going to be equals to arc cos of that 1 over 144. So we say shift cos answer. We find our answer is 89,60 degrees. That's what we have there. That will be our answer now. So for the next one here, I would love you guys to finish it up. We have got cos x equal to 10. So underline 10 squared plus 13 squared minus 12 squared over, so the opposite one, you're subtracting the opposite one to the angle. This one is 2, 10, and what? 13. Then you find your answer there. Okay. I hope these guys will help you when you are doing your when you're doing the Euclidean, and also in trig also. Okay. Until next time, guys. Thank you.